This is it. This is the one and only video that can possibly change your life forever, and I mean it. By the end of this video, you will know how to wake up at 5 AM every single day and not feel tired. Yeah, it's possible. I watched a lot, and I mean a lot of videos on this topic. And yes, some did help, the majority didn't. But that's why I'm creating this video. I actually used the same tips in this video to wake up at 5 AM every single day for 2 months straight. Yeah, I did that. And yes, it's possible, trust me. But you might be asking yourself, why the heck would I need to wake up at 5 AM anyways? But let me tell you, if you do this right, you can have time to do anything you want in your life, ever. You know, all those things you say you don't have time for? Yeah, you're welcome, now you do. I'm not gonna waste any more of your time, let's just get right to the video. Tip number 1 is to reverse time. You see, the majority of people talk about sleeping early, but no one really talks about how to sleep early. And trust me, that is the hard part. Now, what do I mean by reversing time? If you sleep at 1 or 2 AM in the morning, don't expect to be waking up at 5 AM and feeling, energetic. That's just not possible. The trick is to sleep 1 hour earlier than you would the previous night. Hear me out. Let's say you sleep at 1 or 2 PM every single night and you want to change that. What you would do is, tonight, go sleep earlier than you did last night. For example, if you slept at 1, today sleep at 12. And tomorrow go sleep earlier than you slept today. So for example, if you slept at 12 yesterday, you're sleeping at 11 today, and so on. Until you start sleeping at 10 PM. I say 10 because sleeping for 7 hours is kind of okay, but by all means you can sleep at 9 if you want. The thing is, most people tell you to sleep earlier, but you can't go from sleeping at 1 to sleeping at 10 PM in just like a day. That's just not possible. You need to give yourself time to adjust. Tip number 2 is the one bad night. It's great for all of the people who just don't want to do tip number 1. Okay, I will admit I stole this idea from TopThink, but nonetheless, it's a great idea, that's why I'm including it in this video. What you would do is, today, go to sleep at the exact same time you would every other night, for example, at 1 AM. But put your alarm at 5 AM in the morning. I know you only have 4 hours of sleep, but trust me, it's worth it. The next morning you're gonna feel so tired, but whatever you do, do not go back to sleep. By the time it gets to like 9 or 10 PM, you'll be so tired you just fall asleep and bam, you just broke the habit. It may take more than 1 or 2 bad nights to fix it, but it's worth it. Tip number 3 is to never ever press the snooze button. One of the best ways to do this is as soon as you wake up, you count down from 5 and you get out of that bed. I'm not taking credit for that tip. I know it from the book The 5-Second Rule. If you want to get it, the link is in the description. Anyways, but let's say you forgot to count down from 5. It's okay, it happens to the best of us. What you would do is, take your alarm, hold it in your hand, but do not press the snooze button. Just hold it. It's amazing. This tip is like amazing because you're more aware that there's an alarm going on and you have to wake up. That's why it's just so amazing. But make sure you do not press the snooze button. But let's just say you absolutely cannot resist the urge of smashing that snooze button. What you do is just place the alarm at the end of the room and then you actually have to get up and physically turn it off. But if you can't do that, then I'm sorry, I can't help you. I just give up. Tip number 4, which is the last tip in this video, is to always have a reason. Always. If you don't have a reason to wake up at 5 AM every single day, let me just tell you, you won't. You will never do. Just either make a reason or forget you want to do this in the first place. Because, trust me, when that alarm rings and you don't have a reason to get out of that bed, you won't. For example, my reason was that I had to finish off my homeworks and revise more for my exams. Yeah, I know it's sad, but I had a reason. You should have something like that. That's it. You made it through my first video. Can you imagine? If you liked it, please subscribe and like this video, and peace.